Hello guys, this is Kashiro. Welcome back. So we are here for another Uncrowned Kings local metagame report video that will cover tournament reports all over the Philippines and Indonesia. So these are the deck lists and the tournament placers all over the span of May 29 to June 4. So this is a week-long report. So yeah, let's get started. Coming at first, we have Akard Weekly Tournament. From Indonesia, I guess. This is Sky Striker, their champion, I guess. First place is Sky Striker. So pretty standard list of Sky Striker. He doesn't play Upstart Goblin, but he plays 2 multi-roll and 1, what they call this, Area 0. And then triple, there can be only 1 and 1 summon limit. So he opted to use Floodgates, and also his side deck are Floodgate reliant as well with Imperial Iron Wall and non-fusion area. So he does likes to play Floodgate, no? So yeah, moving forward, we have second place Evil Twin Unchained. So this is the alternative version of Unchained, except for the pure Unchained and the Tour Guide Unchained. We also have Evil Twin Unchained. I guess this variant is more explosive. He didn't reveal his side deck, this Arif guy, but I pretty much think that his deck list is pretty solid from the first sight. I like the fact that he only played 2 Ash Blossom and triple Droll, because Unchained may struggle if they don't have the resources to go second. And Skill Drain as well, very naughty card on Unchained, very absurd card for Unchained. So yeah. We have a 4th place featured deck list from Tommy, Dynamorphia. So he plays Wannabe, no, in the main deck. I guess this is very valuable for Dynamorphia because Dynamorphia are catered around normal trap cards like the Domain and the Frenzy. And he also have Trap Truck and Ferret Flames. So Wannabe has very good value on the deck list, and he played Phantasmi and Dogwood on the side deck. I guess Dogwood is very good on late game scenarios, especially on last 3 turns. If you're running out of time, you can use Dogwood to your opponent because Dynamorphia already struggles from life points difficulty. So Dogwood is very spicy here, I guess. I also recommend the Dogwood to my friend Jude that plays Dynamorphia. So yeah, pretty solid deck list from Tommy. Moving on, we have Arcanium Habis. I guess this is on Indonesia as well. We have a second place Tearlaments deck list. This is the type of deck list that you would see every day on tournament reports all over Japan. So this is a standard list. We won't have something to talk about this that much, except for the fact that he only plays 1 Rev Synchro and this Pineapple Fire Dragon, I guess. I don't know the name of this card. So yeah. And then we have third place Chimera. So yeah, this is the deck from Duelist Nexus with the Chimera Illusionist. He plays the Frightful package, so this is more explosive than the Small World and Kashtira builds of Chimera with Edge Imp Chain and Frightful package. So yeah. And then 4th place we have Purely. Purely with Dark World and Shadow Beast Discard Fathers and triple summon limit. This saw resurgence on Purely lately with the summon limit side deck. This became pretty much popular. So yeah. We have at first place we have Runic Stun. So the good old Runic Stun is still very dominating on the format. I like that he plays Salesban and Amano Iwato. Salesban is very good on Runic because if you have drawn Amano Iwato and Salesban, you can normal summon the Amano Iwato and you can use the Salesban to declare the Amano Iwato. So Amano Iwato won't activate its effect during the end phase. So Amano Iwato will stay on the field and you're pretty much screwed if I'm going to be honest. Runic will deck you out with Amano Iwato on the field if you don't have any outs to it. So yeah, really cancerous innovation from the Runic players. Okay, moving on. We have Fairyans Card Game Merchant Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament Report. So I definitely think that this is a compilation of their champions from the previous tournaments they have. May 13, we have Adib Tito with Sky Striker. So yeah, standard list I guess. And then May 20, we have Branded Despia. Standard as well. And then May 20, another May 20 tournament. We have Eddie Puja with the Matmech. Yeah, Matmech. He plays Veiler on the main deck and 2 talents. Quite interesting. And he plays Lancea on the side deck. I don't know what Lancea is for right now, but I guess Lancea has purpose on his locals. And then May 21, we have Dino. Yeah, Dino with Book of Moon. Interesting. He plays Book of Moon on the main deck. I guess it can be quite good on Kashtira matchups, because Arise Heart is definitely a bad card to deal against when you're playing Dino. So you can flip the Arise Heart with the Book of Moon. And then another May 21 tourney with Mido with Kashtira. Yeah, I just said it. I think that they have Kashtira on locals, that's why he played Book of Moon. So this is a pretty standard decklist of Kashtira. 2 Pathfinder and then maximum field spells of Tearlaments and Scareclaw with Dimensional Fissure on the main deck. Really solid list. And then May 27, I guess this is the most recent one from them. Another Sky Striker from Tegu Prananda Tama. So this is a different Sky Striker. He plays Change of Heart and there can be only one and Summon Limit on the main deck. Okay. And then moving on, we have Bandung Duelist. Yeah. At first place, we have Tearlaments with Rescue Ace engine. This is a very solid innovation from Tearlaments players nowadays. They can use the Impulse to discard so that they can get value from Impulse if they have drawn discard. So yeah, Impulse is really good, to be honest, on these Tearlaments. And then at second place, we have Purely. Standard Purely, no, not that standard enough because he only plays 1 Dark World and 1 Shadow Beast. He doesn't have that many discard fathers. Instead, he focus on playing more hand traps like DD Crow and Ghost Ogre and Roll and Imperm as well. Interesting choice. And then third place, we have another Ishishu Tearlaments with Shinobi Necro and Diviner. Really spicy and chicken game on the main deck. I guess he focused on consistency on the deck. At fourth place, we have Evil Twin Sprite. The bottom screen doesn't load. That loaded enough. Evil Twin Sprite. So this deck is still alive, no? It can still top nowadays. I guess this is a very good mid-range deck. If you wanted to play one, quite underrated one to be honest for me. This deck is quite good. I will try it as well for myself next week. And then we have Kaido Willis Tabletop Community Premiership Local Ranking League. So our ranking league from our Kaido Willis community, we have a second place Trap Tricks deck profile here from Justin De La Peña. So this is a standard deck list of Trap Tricks, I guess, but he plays Parallel Exceed, so his plays are more explosive, and he plays the Sargas on the extra deck to OTK better, the Spriggan's package. And then 2 Twin Twisters instead of Cosmic Cyclone. Quite interesting as well because Twin Twister can get so much value if you have 2 or more back rows that you need to out. instead of Cosmic Cyclone that only one target. So yeah, I get the logic of Twin Twister from this list. And he plays evenly matched on the main deck because Traptrix may struggle going second. So I get the logic of evenly matched on the main deck. And then we have my Sky Striker decklist from the same tournament of our local ranking league. We have my Sky Striker decklist here. This is quite Sky Striker that doesn't have that much of a ceiling because I focus on utility on this one. I played many hand traps on this list. Triple Ghost Ogre, double Veiler, double Crow, and then 2 Solemn Strike and 2 There Can Be Only One. So I haven't played the Upstart and only 1 Desires because I want to get value on my hand cards as much as possible, even if I go second or I go first. I really like the hand trap variation on this list and the Solemn Strike especially. Solemn Strike saved me a lot on that particular tournament. So I guess Solemn Strike is pretty solid on Sky Striker. And I played Lightning Storm over Harpy's Feather Duster because I think that Lightning Storm covers more ground on the format rather than Harpy's Feather Duster. So yeah. Moving on, we have a ranking league tournament as well on our community, the Kaido list. We have Scareclomanidium from Mark Gonzalez. So this list is pretty interesting, no? He plays the Naturia Beast, very good card right now on the format, especially Purely is the best deck on the format. And Runic as well are very good, so Naturia Beast can definitely shut down the spell shenanigans of Purely and Runic if he successfully bring out Naturia Beast. And he plays 9 hand traps, so it's quite interesting as well that he does have space on the main deck for 9 hand traps. I usually see 6 hand traps only on Manadium list, but he plays rather 12, 3 Ash, 3 Maxi, 3 Droll, and 3 Imperm, so 12 hand traps. Very nice innovation from Mark. And he plays Bestial on the side deck because we do have a lot of Matmech players, so he's prepared on Matmech matchups. Okay, moving on, we have this is the most spicy deck list last week from Edison Corameng. On that same tournament, he played Hero Neos. So this is not your everyday heroes deck list. This has Neos Spice on it. He played the Neos package on this one, and I don't know how this deck works, to be honest, but he said that this deck can skip the turns of a certain player. So yeah, I guess this deck is quite Spice one. And then the internet is pretty much low, so we will not ponder on it that much. So he played the most Neos package that I have ever seen on my life on his extra deck. I don't know how this functions on the extra deck, but I guess this works for him. And then moving on, this is our metagame report of May 2023. I'm just going to browse the featured decklist on this one because this is a collective tournament reports and metagame analysis on May 2023. Then we have the Purely from Sean. This is the standard decklist of Purely. And then Matmech from Joshua Coriano. We have seen this Matmech before. And then Kashtira from MJ Agura. We have also seen this one before. And then Dinosaur from Jinrick Romero. And then moving on, we have what's the name of this tournament? Chandra. So this is a tournament report. We have Vanquish Shoal as first place. So he plays Dimension Shifter and Small World on the main deck and Effect Veiler as well. At first I didn't like the Effect Veiler on Vanquish Shoal decklist, but when I saw Effect Veiler on Junjun Agoto, one of the top players here and the legendary players here in our country, I'm quite convinced that Valor is very good on Vanquish Hole. So the side deck is pretty much linear. He doesn't play the Winter Cherries, I guess. He played on generic extra deck monsters. And then moving on, we have Final Turn Hobby Shop Saturday Tournament from Bacolod. We have a second place from Lawrence Justiniani, Chimera branded Bestial. So 44 card main deck, quite extensive one. He played the 2 Fusion of Chimera and then the branded Expulsion. I guess that Expulsion won't be gutted on the July ban list. OCG doesn't see much play of Expulsion. To be honest, it's only prevalent on TCG, I guess. I haven't seen that much branded players playing Expulsion. Yeah, he doesn't reveal his. He didn't reveal his side deck rather. Then moving on, we have the Final Turn Hobby Shop Saturday Tournament from Harold Giuseppe, Sword Soul Tenyi, champion. He played the Revo Synchro, Revolutionary Synchron on the main deck. I guess this can help him turbo out Synchro summon monsters. So yeah, I guess this is a pretty spicy one. I also have seen Revo Synchro on many Japanese Sword Soul builds lately. So I guess he adapted that concept on his deck list. Then moving on, we have Alexis Precioso's Elements on Hyroneko Hobby Shop Dumaguete ranking tournament. So another Visayas native tournament. He played Elements. This is the standard deck list. This is highly similar to Hiroshi Odate's Elements deck list that won the Duelist Cup Philippines, placing top 4. Or rather finalist, if I'm correct. Yeah, finalist. Yeah, he plays finally. He played Elements as a finalist on the tournament. So this is quite similar on that one. Double talents as well, and 1 tuning, and 2 foolish burial goods. And then his side deck, he played Called by the Grave. I guess Called by the Grave is very good on side deck as you're going first card, because we do have a lot of dimension shifter decks right now in the Philippines. So Called by the Grave can be very substantial for the Elements player, so that they can avoid getting shifted. And also the side deck is pretty much linear to evenly. Dark Ruler is quite unusual nowadays, but I get the logic of Dark Ruler no more because I have seen Super Heavy Samurai on his locals. So Dark Ruler can be very good against that. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Rizal Casual Tournament. We have Maverick Tanchinko as your champion using his Rescue Ace. This is quite good list of Rescue Ace, I assume, because he played Nibiru. I think that Nibiru is a good main deck option on Rescue Ace over the DD Crow and Ghost Ogre, because we do have a lot of Kashtira in the Philippines, and many decks are affected by Nibiru, such as Dino and other decks that very combo-ish one. So yeah, Nibiru on the main deck. And he doesn't play the Proxy Magician and the Swamp Dragon. So he ends on IP Mascarena, I guess, or sometimes Sunlight Wolf or Hit Soul. So yeah. And then moving on, we have Mac Haley Obispo, second place Vanquish Hole. This is quite a standard deck list of Vanquish Hole. He played Ghost Bell on the main deck and 2 Bestials. Very good as well. And then the first place, we have Teller Knights from Patrick Soinan. This is a deck that can literally skip the opponent of a player. I guess this is a very unique way to play the game, and I really like the fact that Teller Knights are tapping nowadays because they have not been around for quite some time before. And then moving on, we have weekly tournament Ragnarok Duelist. At first place, we have Rescue Ace. So we do have a lot of Rescue Ace on this list, no? On this week of tournament reports. So it speaks volume on the success of Rescue Ace. Nowadays, Rescue Ace became a pretty solid deck choice on the format moving forward. So he played Book of Moon, I guess. He wants to protect his monsters from being negated, or it's a countermeasure to Kashtira players. And then he played the Proxy Magician and the Fusion Swamp Dragon. So I guess he is safe with Veiler and Imperm when he went first. And Small World package as well. He played Small World on the Rescue Ace strategy. I guess this is a neat choice. But I don't play Small World on Rescue Ace because I prefer to draw hand traps rather than Small World, to be honest. And then moving on, we have Final Turn Hobby Shop Bacolod Sunday Tournament, June 4. So it's just yesterday. We have Matmec from Jihan loses second place. So he didn't reveal the side deck, but from the first glance of this deck list, this is a standard Matmec with only one Sakitama and one Aratama. And then he played the Dotscaper because this is very good for the Link Decoder. And also Ghost Bell also, because players might play Ghost Bell on main deck to answer him, to prevent his Super Factorial from resolving. That's why he played Ghost Bell as a cross out target, I guess, on the main deck. So that's pretty much it. And then moving on, we have Final Turn Hobby Shop Bacolod Sunday Tournament again with John Alfred Goss Unchained as a champion. So this is the performable Rainbow Magician shenanigans on Unchained. This is a very toxic one, to be honest. I have seen this tech on Japan Unchained deck list. This is not a fun deck to play against. And he played Tour Guide and Rhino War, Fiendish Rhino on the main deck. I guess it helps his ceiling and explosiveness on this Unchained list. So yeah, that's pretty standard. He didn't reveal his side deck as well. And then moving on, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! LU local tournament. So La Union, people, shoutouts. And we have Jansen Dokusin as a champion with Super Heavy Samurai. So he played the Artifact Site on the main deck with Ghost Mourner. I think Ghost Mourner is very good on the format because Ghost Mourner can negate the runic cards if being summoned on the draw phase or standby phase. If you can't draw them, runic players can play or shotgun their monsters effect and quick play cards on draw phase. So Yokan Mourner, I guess, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Mourner can negate that. So Mourner is quite versatile Imperm and Veiler on this format, niche one, but it has his purpose. And then his side deck is pretty much linear. He played more copies of Mourner on the side deck. I don't know the name of this Pendulum card, but I already seen this one on many deck lists of Super Heavy Samurai. And Ghost Bell, I think Ghost Bell is a pretty underrated card on the format because it can negate the Super Factorial, and it's good also on Runic. You can chain Ghost Bell on the field spell so that they won't have to draw cards. So yeah, Ghost Bell is good. And Retaliating Sea, if I'm correct. Yeah, Retaliating Sea. This is good on purely matchups. You can chain this so that they won't have graveyard shenanigans moving on. So solid list from Jansen Dokusin. And then this is our tournament last night rather. Our Premiership Remote Duel Local Ranking League. We have Orcus champion decklist here from MJ Agura from Mindanao. This is a decklist that innovated the Revo Synchron on the main deck of Orcus. I also have seen this on Japanese Orcus decklist quite some days ago. So this is a very explosive Orcus deck build, and he played Twin Twister on the main deck. He really didn't want to lose against Floodgate decks because we do have Dynamorphia, Runic on our locals. So yeah, Twin Twister is a neat choice on Orcus. And then 43 card main deck, he always plays with 43 card main deck, to be honest. And the 1 Tracer and 2 Quick Launch to make his plays more explosive. He is the person that I have played on the tournament, and we have drawn on the finals round. But luckily for him, he have more OGW points and ratio to make him first place on the Swiss rounds. So yeah, moving on, we do have 2 Stompas. The internet is quite slow. Let's skim this for now. The internet is really slow right now. This is my Runic Tech profile on that same tournament with that Orcus. I placed second. I don't have the sales ban yet because it's on my other deck. I haven't included the sales ban because I only have 2 copies of Amano Iwato. That's why I didn't play the sales ban strategy on the Runic. But I played Solemn Strike because I really think that Solemn Strike is really good on the format. Solemn Strike can definitely shut down a lot of decks on the format. That's why I opted Solemn Strike. And then 2 Dark Bribe and 1 Golden Droplet on the side deck. Golden Droplet helps you to deck out your opponent furthermore. And then 2-dimensional Fissure because we do have a lot of graveyard-centric decks on our community. That's why I thought that this is a good card to floodgate them. And then moving on, we have my Sword Soul decklist from yesterday also on our Kaidublis Tabletop Community Neo League Day 20. I played this Sword Soul in a floodgate manner, on a control manner rather, because I played Mystic and Macrocosmos and Summon Limit to stun a lot of many meta-relevant decks right now in the format. Just purely cannot play around Mystic and Gashtira as well, and other decks that adds for card advantages. Mystic is very good on dealing against them, and Macrocosmos as well. It can definitely shut down graveyard-centric decks, and Summon Limit is very good right now on the format. So yeah, this is floodgate type of Sword Soul. And then moving on, we have Eldritch from Sean. He played the Terrors from the Underroot. I forgot the name, but this is quite good on 3 Elements matchups and other matchups on the format. And he also played Mystic. Mystic is really good on the format to shut down many meta-relevant decks. And the side deck is pretty much quite TCG oriented type of side deck with 3 copies of each card. 3 Maxi, 3 Nibiru, triple Lava, triple Evenly Matched, triple Solemn Judgment, and triple Dark Bribe. I get the logic of playing Solemn Judgment and Dark Bribe at the same time because he does have a lot of floodgates. He has 3 Mistakes, 3 There Can Be Only One, 3 Goes and Match, 3 Rivalry, and 1 Skill Drain. So he wants to protect his floodgate lineup. And I like the fact that he played Nibiru over Lava Golem, because I really think that Nibiru is more flexible on the format right now. So yeah. And then moving on, we have Davao Ranking Tournament. I guess this is from May 26, if I'm correct. Yeah. We have Richie Bahan with 3 Elements decklist. Quite standard one, but he played 45 cards on the main deck. So this is quite interesting as well. He played Fuyu, Winter Cherries on the side deck. This is an unusual one. He doesn't have the Expulinor, but he played Fuyu to answer the Skeglo Tryhard. I guess Tryhard hurts the deck the most on their locals. And then triple Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is very spicy because Runic and Purely are spell-based decks most often, so Anti-Spell can slow them down. And then Bernard Kyle Ramos with 2nd place Rescue Ace deck profile. This is the decklist of Rescue Ace that you can see every day on Japanese tournament reports. So I won't bother that much on explaining the deck list, because this is a standard one and it is very effective, to be honest, and this is the way to go on many Japanese players right now using Rescue Ace with the double DD Crow and double Ghost Ogre on the main deck. I guess this is the most standard deck list of Rescue Ace right now. And then yeah, that sums up our video for today of Uncrowned Kings local metagame report. If you have free time, you can check out our Facebook page so that you can browse many more tournament reports from our Facebook page, and hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed on my YouTube channel yet.